After Alexander's death, his empire shattered into pieces. Greece itself became a mosaic of warring kingdoms and discontented city-states, while Rome, having just emerged victorious from brutal wars in Italy and their first great conflict with Carthage, had emerged as a powerhouse in the Mediterranean. The stage was set for Rome to conquer the fragmented Greek world, but how exactly did the heirs of a small city on the Tiber manage to do this? Welcome to our channel, where today we look at how Rome conquered Greece. To understand how Rome conquered Greece, we must first explore the state of Greece itself in the early Hellenistic period. After Alexander the Great's empire disintegrated, Greece became a patchwork quilt of rival states. Among the most prominent were the Ptolemaic kingdom centered in Egypt, the Seleucid Empire stretching from Anatolia to India, and the Kingdom of Macedon, which aimed to restore Greek unity under a new dynasty of kings. These kingdoms were constantly vying for power, while smaller city-states like Athens, Sparta, and Thebes struggled to maintain their independence. Meanwhile, Rome was rapidly expanding its own sphere of influence across the Mediterranean. By the mid-2nd century BCE, Rome found itself on the brink of major conflicts with both Carthage and Macedonia. The Second Macedonian War erupted when Philip V of Macedon sought to expand his kingdom and support Hannibal during the Second Punic War. Rome viewed any Macedonian threat to Greece as a potential threat to its own security. So in 200 BCE, Roman general Titus Quinctius Flamininus led his legions into Greece to face Philip's army. The ensuing clash at the Battle of Cynoscephalae was a decisive moment in the history of both Greece and Rome. There, amidst the rolling hills of Thessaly, two very different armies collided. On one side stood the disciplined Roman legions, tightly organized, well-armed, and accustomed to fighting as cohesive units. Opposite them were the Macedonian phalanxes, a formidable sight with their interlocking shields and long spears. But despite its intimidating appearance, the phalanx had not been tested against Roman arms before. In the end, the Roman victory at Cynoscephalae shattered the myth of the invincible phalanx and paved the way for Rome's growing dominance over Greece. The Battle of Cynoscephalae marked the beginning of the end for Macedonian hopes of dominating Greece. Philip V, though victorious, suffered heavy losses and was forced to make peace with Rome. His kingdom would never regain its former power. But if you think this is where Greece bowed before Rome, you are wrong, because Rome's conquest of Greece was far from immediate or easy. In fact, it was a long process that took decades to complete. The road to total control was fraught with obstacles, from resurgent Macedonian attempts at independence to revolts in Greek cities and never-ending schemes by ambitious individuals. Despite these setbacks, Rome's hold on Greece tightened over time due to several factors. One major factor was the decline of the Greek kingdoms themselves. Internal squabbles, economic crises, and external pressures gradually weakened these kingdoms, making them more susceptible to Roman influence. Additionally, Rome's superior military strength and its ability to project power across the Mediterranean ensured that any major challenge to its dominance in Greece was swiftly put down. Furthermore, Roman policies towards the Greek world, including a degree of cultural assimilation and a focus on maintaining stability rather than complete subjugation, also contributed to the gradual acceptance of Rome's role in Greek affairs. By the mid-2nd century BCE, Rome had effectively gained control of much of the Greek world. However, it wasn't until the final quarter of the century that the last vestiges of Greek independence were crushed. The decisive moment came in 146 BCE when Rome crushed a desperate revolt in Corinth. With that, Greece ceased to exist as an independent region. Its proud cities became provinces of the Roman Republic. From that point on, the ancient Greek world as it was known for centuries became a thing of the past. If you enjoyed this video, check out our other content on similar topics. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a comment. We'll see you next time.